Ladies and gentlemen, we move on to fight number 5. This is an amateur bout with a weight limit of 80 kilograms. It is scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds. Please welcome first, fighting out the blue corner, Brian Mcgrath.
It's got Brian Mcgrath coming out next. 80 kilogram weight, so a little bit heavier than what we've seen previously in the last 4 fights. It'll be interesting to see the power difference here that comes out with the gym.
Yeah, Wilkes MMA.
Wilkes MMA?
Yep, that's
you
correct.
heard of that before?
Yeah, they've another young guy who's on a bit later called Shannon Staples. He had a very dominant performance last Eternal.
Okay.
So, real rangy striker. So we're hoping to see something from this young gentleman too.
Yeah, as I was saying before, we're
Please
stepping up
welcome
on
his
the weight.
opponent, fighting out the red corner, Richard Eichorn.
You may hear some weird weight categories. With the amateurs, they're often fought at catch weights. That's just for the physical health of the fighter. When they're new, you don't want them cutting huge amounts of weight to make it to certain limits. So often you'll see weight limits agreed on between both camps, like this fight.
Yeah, like I was saying before, Aaron, is that the heavier weights might produce a bit more effective striking or knockouts as the weight categories go up. It's just more power.
Yeah, it's usually around about the 77 kilo plus.
Yeah.
When you start seeing like the big boom knockouts.
Yeah, which means you've got to be even more careful from a attacking perspective to make sure that you cover up effectively and you can't afford to get countered or get clipped with anything. Like you were saying before, with those 4-ounce gloves, there's just real no give in them. All right, so we've got Brian Mcgrath training out again of Renegade in Karratha. That's the same gym as we had Rhiannon Reimer. So what we learned from Rhiannon was that she was super tough. So I'd imagine probably we're thinking of the same thing in regards to Brian.
Generally, regional martial arts gyms revolve around kickboxing and boxing. So when you often do see a regional fighter come in, they're usually like the standard scrap.
Yeah, and they bred tough down there. So interesting to see.
Yeah, training's heading down to their local shop and have to fight 4 or 5 guys. Oh, the old McGregor.
Good to see fighters coming out and having a bit of fun. Hopefully he's got some McGregor skills.
Ladies and gentlemen, first, let me introduce fighting out of the blue corner, trained by David Wilkes and Matt Ursig out of Wilkes Martial Arts by way of Karratha, Western Australia. He officially weighed in at 79.6 kilograms. This is his debut. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Brian Mcgrath. His opponent fighting out of the red corner, trained by Ant Moala out of Renegade Karratha by way of Brisbane, Queensland. He officially weighed in at 78.6 kilograms. This is his debut. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Richard Eichorn.
Also, Aaron, is when you wear those ankle socks into an MMA fight, you know that you're coming from a kickboxing background.
Yeah, especially if they've got the old Fairtex logos on them.
Yeah, so we're looking to see if Brian sticks with that stand-up. All right, here we go, round 1. Fighters touch glove. Both fighters just kind of in the process of feeling each other out and checking range. Bit of a leg kick attempted there, but Brian able. Oh, and answered back.
Very nice chopping kick.
Yeah. So immediately that tells me there he's got some good striking. Could be coming with a big right hand. Now earlier I was talking about people feinting. You can see immediately straight away Ryan's feinting. Get a reaction from your partner and then come back with something a little bit more effective. Ooh.
Well, both fighters quite happy to stand and trade.
Yeah, big leg kicks and then look to go high rather than leg. Here we see the first grappling exchange. Oh, good knee on the inside there. Looking for those underhooks. Gets him on the cage. Gets his underhook there. Did well and well done. Good takedown defense so far.
A little bit of cage grabbing there, but ref didn't seem to pick up on it.
Needs to get that right arm underneath under his arm there. See how he's got his arms tucked underneath. He's just squeezing there. He's got a good body lock, which can be an effective takedown. And there he uses it.
Just muscles him straight down.
Yeah. See now, interesting. He came out with a good kickboxing background. We'll see if he can what his ground skills are like. Doing well so far to stand up back to his feet.
It's first warning by Adam Mcgrath, our referee, for fence grabbing.
Oh, and gets that takedown again. And look, let's see if he can take his back now and put that hook in. Just looking for effective shot. Oh,
there's a tap.
I think his shoulder popped out.
That's a ref stoppage on injury.
I think his shoulder is out. No, I think it's his shoulder. And yeah. I'm sure when that happens, I'm sure it's a it's a previous injury, and unfortunately, once it does it once, it generally keeps doing it.
It is very common in combat sports, especially MMA with the wrestling aspect. There are shoulder and elbow injuries, just due to posturing.
Yeah, I missed that on the replay there. Just see if we can see it again. See if we can. I'm not sure whether it's a shoulder or an elbow. But something definitely wrong.
Great show of support by the crowd.
Yeah. Got the doctor cage side as well, making sure the safety of all the fighters.
The referee stops about 16 seconds into round number 1 for your winner by referee stoppage by TKO out of the blue corner, Ryan Mcgrath.
Can also be quite frustrating for the winning fighter that your opponent could have to retire due to injury.
Yeah, you almost feel that someone's been taken away from you because you didn't get to fully showcase your skills. But sometimes a win's a win, and it is what it is. You move on to the next one.
We move